We saw this week that the UK files now, reports show that both the left and the right can be targets of censors. But what I've seen and I've talked about for years now, as a matter of fact, where it really came front and center was probably maybe 2019 I started talking about this. I think it was right after Alex Jones got kicked off the face of the internet. And after that, thousands of accounts got censored right after Alex Jones. Now, he was the big name that everybody caught on to, but thousands of accounts got shut down right after that. It was like this big sweeping change that happened. And I talked about it then. People from the left and the right were being censored. And really what it is anybody who's not towing the mainstream political line, if you will. And so we're seeing this on both sides of the aisle. Like, for example, during the pandemic, doctors were being shut down if they didn't go along with the consensus. Were those doctors right wing or left wing? Well, right. And so they want to use these labels. But what we're seeing here, these UK files show that both the left and the right are being targeted by censors. Yes, of course they are. Yes, of course they have, because if you don't toe the party line, which side of the aisle is the party line in? It says here, American audience may struggle with the particulars, but leaked Labor Party documents detail how anti-disinformation can be weaponized in all directions. And so we can see that it doesn't matter, but there's three tactics that they use to do this. One, we see accusations of bigotry, homophobia, and those are basically used to shut down political opponents. These are what we might call like ad hominem attack. If you say something that I don't like, what I'll do is I'll just attack your character as opposed to trying to actually use an intelligent conversation to debate any of the points that you've made. You can always tell instantly where the attacker sits on the spectrum by how they reply. So if you see someone put out something factual, I do this all the time. In my videos, I try to put all the what I call receipts on there. So I'm going to show the headlines, the charts, the graphs, and then someone will leave a comment on a video and they'll say, everything you said is wrong. I'm like, everything? Because I just laid out a whole bunch of facts. If you'd like to, please tell me which one of those I got wrong. I could be wrong. I'm more than happy to go into a conversation and be proven wrong. Sure. I mean, if we can have an intelligent conversation about that. But if you want to go to like, oh, you're just stupid. Oh, you're ugly. You're fat. You're dumb. You're whatever. Like you're a racist. You're a homophobe.
Short, tall, fat, ugly. My goodness, that happened in junior high. Are we not way above that? Would we not all be worried to have someone like that in charge of the nuclear arsenal?
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
Okay, that's not an intelligent conversation. There's no way to win that, but you can automatically tell that the other side doesn't have a good argument for that. They also use of guilt by accusation narratives to attack the reputations of both conservatives and leftists, of course. That's the ad hominem. They use close coordination with dependably incurious mainstream media organizations. So this is where they're influencing these other organizations to do their bidding for them. So for example, when Russell Brand got accused of old allegations of whatever sexual misappropriations or whatever it was, he hasn't even been charged with anything. There's no litigation. There's no formal charges that have been filed. He certainly hasn't gone to court and been proven to be guilty. But yet we saw the government in the UK writing letters to platforms such as Rumble asking them to take away his monetization. So now you see the government using platforms like Rumble, they obviously already did with YouTube and so forth, to do that. Now we can see this many times. There's lots of cases of this, but there's only a few reporters that are actually picking this up. We're seeing it being used against everybody, but they're using it against both sides. And this is why it's important to understand. When you think about these types of rules and laws and things that they're putting into place, you have to think about it from both sides. Just because you like it doesn't mean it can't be and probably won't be weaponized against you in the future.